So originally, so this is AlgoRhythm. Originally, we planned to make a game where kids can use drumsticks to hit on any surface and produce their own sound, and it would be recorded, and they can match each other with just sticks alone. But in the process of making these sticks, we find out we ran into some issues, but so we end up with using drum pads at the end. But we still want to describe how we went from using sticks as such to the drum pad like that.
So what we did is we had some PVC tube that we cut in half on the bandsaw, and then we poured in this polymers, sort of made rubber, and we put a copper pipe in the middle through which we attached the wires and a sound sensor in the end. We poured in the polymer rubber and then closed it up. Came back the next day, opened it up, and we had this one. In testing this, we found out that the rubber wasn't really sturdy enough, and we ended up losing the sensor that was inside there and it not working. So next we decided to make them out of wood. We drilled a hole in the wood for the sound sensor and made a groove for the wires to go in.
And so this is with the wire embedded in the groove right here, and we use some putty to cover it up. And the sound sensor is right at the end over here, so you can see.
And then we started to paint it. Then we painted this one. This was our finished stick. But with the finished stick, we found out that the sensor data we were getting was coming in a range. And so it wasn't specific enough for us to be creating turtles animation. It was creating more than one turtle, and sometimes when I'd play with this stick would pick it up. So it wasn't exact enough, and that's what brought us to the pads. And in pads, instead of using sound sensors, we just used these sort of on-off switches. We attempted to use some pressure sensors, because in other drum pads they use piezo pressure sensors. But instead, we thought for our purposes, we would just use these switches that are on and off. That way we could, instead of a range, it was just either 0 or above 0 on off. That was our process.
Cool.